This was a story that was sent directly to me from Richard Gere, a dear friend and neighbor in upstate New York, who I just worked with with whom I just worked in The Hoax like 2 years ago. We did that together, and I think we both loved that experience. So I want to find something else to do together and do at home and do in the neighborhood. And Richard had this story, and it's really a gift for me because it's such a wonderful story. And being the lover of dogs as I am, this is really being on the shoot is wonderful. We have 6 dogs going, playing the same role. 3 puppies and 3 adult dogs for the part of Hachiko. The Akita, that is sort of the key, the center of this story. To work with Richard is just a sheer pleasure. He's, I think, really taking advantage of the kind of freedom I allow the actors, and he's really contributing on all levels, and he doesn't scared from getting that kind of freedom that I give them. So I think we're a good match, and he likes improvisation. He's not afraid of improvising. So he takes advantage of my favorite method. To work with Joan is, it's a humbling experience. It's just wonderful to see an actress that is so precise in her work. In take after take, moment after moment, she's just right on where she should be with it. And also she's really cutting loose here, and with I think the enthusiasm of Richard and the surroundings, she's improvising too, and really contributing to the story with her ideas. They don't want to do silly things. They don't fetch, for example. It's a silly thing that humans invented, and they're not going to do it. But they have this wonderful integrity. There's an integrity about them that I really admire. Yeah, the dogs are they're stoic and have great integrity, and they're not easily seduced into doing tricks, and there is a wonderful reserve about them that I admire and appreciate. Really difficult to train, so I'm impressed by what the trainers have achieved with them. It's really amazing what they do with these dogs. So just that has been a learning experience. I always had bad luck with the dogs in movies. They came trained, they said, but they weren't. So a lot of shooting time was wasted on untrained dogs. But this time, the dogs are not the problem. And we have very few problems on set with any of them. It's territory that I feel comfortable with. Family story, even dog stories. I made My Life as a Dog when I actually, that was the last Swedish film that I made. It was My Life as a Dog in '85. To me, it's a drama comedy. It has this mix of drama and comedy that I am pretty comfortable with and have done before. So it's not really new territory, but it's wonderfully comfortable. And I think it's a charming story. It's very strong on sentiment, and that's the challenge here, not to totally step into sentimentality with it. It is based on a true Japanese story. This actually happened in the 1920s. The story is brought over to America, and of course things get lost in that transition, but I think people should know that it's basically the basic beats have happened, are true. We're all labeling the story different ways. Richard tends to call it a fable. I want to call it a drama comedy a little bit. The usual mix that I have in the films. The storytelling I feel comfortable with is that mix of drama and comedy, which I think is the most truthful way of describing the world, because it's dramatic and comedic, isn't it? So I want the performances to be real and be true and truthful. I don't want the fable label to spill over onto performances, to push performances into something stylized, but I want everything to be as real as it can possibly be.